Big changes are coming for foreign workers, and Asian nations are feeling the pressure. Could your country be next? Find out in this must watch list of 7 Asian countries facing U.S. work ban in 2026. And now let's dive in. Number 7, Pakistan. Donald Trump has long viewed Pakistan as a risky ally. During his presidency, he accused the country of harboring terrorists while accepting billions in aid from the U.S. In 2018, he cut that aid, claiming Pakistan had given us nothing but lies and deceit. This tough stance made it clear Trump didn't trust Pakistan's role in international security. So, why does Trump want Pakistanis out of America? His main reason is fear of terrorism. He believes that individuals from countries like Pakistan might pose a national security threat even if they have no criminal history. Trump once said, "We will only admit those who love our country." Does this affect innocent people? Sadly, yes. Many Pakistanis in the US are doctors, engineers, and hardworking students, but Trump's policies don't always make exceptions. If he returns to power, Pakistani workers, students, and even families could face travel bans or stricter visa approvals. Could this stop Pakistanis from chasing the American dream? Absolutely. Even peaceful visitors may be rejected based on nationality alone. For many, Trump's return could mean losing access to education, jobs, and safety in the US, regardless of their true intentions. Oh, before we go to the next country, comment down below where you are watching. We love to know where you are from. And now, let's go to the next country. Number 6, Indonesia. Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim majority country, has had a mostly peaceful relationship with the US. But during Trump's presidency, he raised concerns about immigration from Muslim nations, even those not directly linked to terrorism. While Indonesia wasn't officially banned, Trump hinted at expanding his Muslim ban to more countries. Why would Trump now target Indonesians in America? The main reason is religious and cultural fear. Trump's past policies show he sees Muslim majority countries as high risk for potential radicalization, even when there's no solid evidence. His argument, we can't take chances. But do Indonesian immigrants pose a danger? Not at all. Most Indonesians in the US work in hospitality, tech, or as international students. They follow the law and contribute to the economy. Still, under Trump's ideology, peaceful citizens could get caught in broader bans just because of where they come from. Could this impact families and workers already in the US? Definitely. Visa renewals may be denied, job opportunities could disappear, even religious freedom could feel threatened. Now that Trump returns, Indonesia could see itself added to a blacklist, not for what it has done, but for how it looks through Trump's immigration lens. Number 5, Malaysia. Malaysia may not often make headlines in US politics, but under Trump's stricter immigration views, it could face future restrictions. During his first term, Trump criticized countries that had weak passport security or poor cooperation with US authorities. Malaysia, with its history of passport fraud and limited data sharing, could be next in line. Why would Trump want Malaysians out of America? His reasoning centers on immigration control and fraud prevention. He believes any country with a track record of fake documents or limited background checks is a national risk. Malaysia has struggled in the past with counterfeit passports being used by international criminals. Are most Malaysian immigrants criminals? Not at all. Malaysians in the US are mostly students, tech workers, and professionals, but Trump's broad approach could punish an entire population for the faults of a few. If we can't verify you, you don't come in, was his message. Could this mean work bans or visa issues for Malaysians? Yes. If Trump sees Malaysia as unsafe or non-cooperative, students, workers, and even tourists could be blocked. It's not about who you are, but where you're from. For Malaysians, the American door may be one policy away from slamming shut. Wait. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. And now let's go to the next country. Number 4, Bangladesh. Bangladesh has built strong ties with the US over the years, especially through labor, healthcare, and education. However, Trump's immigration stance was never just about diplomacy. It focused on perception, security, and control. Bangladesh, often mentioned in conservative circles as a high-risk country, could easily land in Trump's line of fire. Why would Trump want Bangladeshis banned from America? One major reason is illegal immigration. U.S. border officials have reported a rise in Bangladeshi migrants crossing illegally through Mexico. Even if the numbers are small, Trump sees this as a red flag. He believes any country associated with illegal border entries should be restricted or banned entirely. Do all Bangladeshis enter illegally? No. Most come legally, especially as students, IT professionals, and medical workers. But Trump's policy often doesn't distinguish between legal and illegal. His approach has always been strict. If they can't control their borders, we won't take their people. How could this affect Bangladeshis already living in the U.S.? They may face visa denials, deportation risks, and job restrictions. Even family reunification petitions could be delayed or denied. Is there a way for Bangladesh to avoid this? It would require proving stronger border control cooperation and addressing U.S. concerns about documentation. But with Trump, perception often outweighs facts. Trump may place Bangladesh on his immigration ban list, not for what its people are doing, but for how he chooses to define safety and risk. Number 3, Vietnam. Could Vietnam be banned from working in the U.S. in 2026? It's possible, and the reason may surprise many. The United States has been paying close attention to the rising number of fake documents, illegal recruiters, and trafficking issues involving some Vietnamese job seekers. There have been cases where Vietnamese applicants submit fake work histories or false sponsorships just to enter the U.S. for employment. Some are tricked by illegal agencies that promise jobs but end up placing workers in dangerous or undocumented situations. These issues make it hard for the U.S. to trust labor applications from Vietnam. Because of this, the U.S. may decide to pause or limit work visa approvals from Vietnam, especially for jobs in caregiving, cleaning, or factory work. Even without a total ban, stricter rules and deeper background checks might be applied to Vietnamese workers. If this happens, it could affect thousands of families who depend on relatives working abroad to send money home. It could also affect U.S. employers who rely on Vietnamese workers for their reliability and hard work. Vietnamese workers have long been known for their dedication, discipline, and hardworking attitude. A restriction would not only affect incomes, but also reduce the diversity of labor in certain U.S. industries. The emotional impact on families separated by migration might also grow stronger. To avoid these outcomes, it is important for applicants to follow proper legal processes. The government of Vietnam may also need to step in, take action against illegal recruiters, and improve its oversight to protect its citizens and maintain trust with foreign partners. Number 2, India. India and the U.S. have shared a strong diplomatic relationship, especially in trade and defense. But even allies aren't always safe under Trump's policies. While Trump praised India during his first term, he also criticized its high tariffs and took issue with the number of Indian workers on H-1B visas. Indian workers may face new hurdles, even bans. Why would Trump target Indian workers? One reason is the H-1B visa program. Trump repeatedly claimed that U.S. jobs were being stolen by foreign tech workers, most of whom come from India. His administration tightened H-1B rules, raised denial rates, and demanded higher salaries for visa approvals. Is the H-1B program really harming American jobs? Not according to most studies. Indian tech workers often fill gaps in engineering, software, and medical fields where U.S. talent is limited. But Trump's political narrative focuses on protecting American first, even if the facts disagree. Could Indian families in the U.S. be affected? Yes. Visa holders may lose their jobs, face long delays, or be forced to leave. Spouses and children with dependent visas could be impacted too. Even green card applications may slow down or stop entirely. Will India fight back diplomatically? Probably. But under Trump's past leadership, even allies struggled to change his mind once a policy was set. Despite being a strong U.S. partner, India's huge presence in the American workforce could become a target again. If Trump tightens worker visas or sets country specific quotas, India, despite its success story, could face major setbacks in 2026. For Indian students and professionals hoping for the American dream, that dream may be paused or even canceled. Tech firms in Silicon Valley, which depend heavily on Indian talent, could also face hiring challenges. And while the long term partnership between the US and India might survive politically, the personal and economic toll on Indian workers and their families could last for years. In the end, even strong allies must brace themselves when policies put fear ahead of facts. Indian communities in the U.S. now face uncertainty, fear, and a future filled with unknowns. Number one, Philippines. The Philippines has one of the largest immigrant populations in the U.S., many of whom serve in healthcare, hospitality, and caregiving. Filipinos are praised for their work ethic and cultural fit, especially in nursing and elderly care. So, why would Trump consider banning workers from a country so deeply embedded in American communities? Why target the Philippines? The answer lies in visa overstays. Filipinos have consistently ranked among the top Asian nationalities with high overstay rates on tourist and work visas. In Trump's eyes, this signals weak border control and noncompliance with U.S. law, a key reason he could push for a working visa ban. But do visa overstays mean Filipinos are dangerous? Number. Most are simply trying to stay employed or support their family. Many overstays are due to long green card waiting times or delays in immigration processing. However, Trump's stance is strict. Rules are rules, and breaking them, even out of desperation, is enough to block future access. How will this affect Filipino families in the U.S.? Severely. Caregivers and nurses may lose job offers. Families waiting for reunification could face years of delay. Even students may be denied visas due to risk profiling. Could this hurt the U.S. too? Yes. With a nationwide nurse shortage and aging population, banning Filipino workers could worsen the crisis. But for Trump, optics matter more than consequences. Despite being America's caregiving backbone, the Philippines might find itself locked out, not because of bad intent, but because of how Trump defines illegal behavior. If the U.S. truly moves forward with restrictions in 2026, it won't just be the Filipino workers who suffer. It will be American families, hospitals, and elderly homes that feel the loss. The impact will be personal, emotional, and deeply economic. The ban could also strain diplomatic ties and disrupt decades of mutual support between the two nations. Only time will decide whether strict policy wins over compassion and practicality in one of America's oldest Asian alliances. Many Filipinos may be left stuck, waiting for answers, losing hope, and unsure if they can still go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay informed. Do you agree with this list or think some countries were unfairly included? Type your answer in the comments. We want to hear from you.